welcome to Chair Yoga 2. All you need today is a good sturdy chair and some wall space that you can use for a few of our movements today. I think you're going to love this one. It has a lot of flowing aspects to it, so if you like the vinyasa type yoga, I think you'll love this routine. We're going to just start settling into our chair. So sit nice and tall, lengthen through your spine, bring your shoulders down and back. And we'll take a couple of slow, deep breaths as we begin our practice today. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose. Feel your whole belly getting nice and big on your breath. And then exhale just as slowly and deeply. Take your time. One more big breath in. And exhale back out. Next, we'll begin warming up through our neck. Picture a big clock right in front of you, and we're going to trace the clock with our gaze. Start by gazing down at the number 6 on your clock. Then bring your gaze over to number 9, up to the 12, around to 3, and back down to 6. Go and take that circle one more time, nice and slow. It's a big clock. When you get to 6, change the direction. So we'll end up doing a couple of circles each way. Stretching out the muscles in our neck. When you hit the number 6 again, bring your gaze forward. Then we'll strengthen the muscles in the back of our neck with our chin slide. So you're going to keep your chin parallel to the floor, and I'll just turn sideways so you might be able to see this better. We'll take our chin forward, slide it straight ahead, and then slowly pull it back. And your whole head moves, kind of like a turtle. One of my friends said we should name this the turtle because it's kind of like a turtle poking its head out of its shell. And I know it does feel and look a little bit awkward, but it really is a great way to strengthen the muscles in the back of your neck. Excellent. Bring your ears right back over your shoulders, nice neutral position. Then we'll warm up through our shoulders by taking a big circle in toward the midline with our right arm, big circle in with our left arm. And listen to your shoulders, each one of them individually as you do these circles, because there shouldn't be any pain or pinching. So you just take this to the fullest range of pain-free motion you have in each shoulder today. Now we're going to change direction. We're going to circle outward. So away from the midline of the body, hopefully nice and big, keeping a good range of motion in our shoulders. So important. Let's do one more big circle each arm. Then set your hands right on your legs, and we'll do a seated version of cat and cow. So on your inhale, you're going to arch your back, press your belly and chest forward, gaze up at the ceiling. And on your exhale, round your back, gaze comes down, chin to chest. So inhale, lift and open the front of your body. Exhale, round and stretch the back of your body. And we'll do that a few more times. You are following your own breath pace, so it might be a little different than mine. But take your time. Feel the nice stretch in both positions. Very good. Finish your last breath there. Then sit tall, neutral position. Bring both arms forward. This is one of our first flows of the day. Pull your right elbow back. Bring it forward. Then your left elbow back. Bring it forward. Hinge and sweep your arms behind you. Then rise back up, arms straight ahead. So 4 parts. Right arm back. Left arm back. Hinge forward and sweep. Rise back up. We'll do that a few more times. We're really focusing on the back for the most part here. getting our back muscles nice and warm. So initiate the movement with your back. Your arm just kind of goes along for the ride. Hinge forward and sweep back. Rise up, and we'll do that one more time. Pull and pull. Hinge forward. Now I want you to hold in the hinge position. Keep your head neutral. Maybe bring your hands up a little bit higher to the ceiling to get a deeper stretch for your chest and shoulders. Your abdominal muscles are engaged here. To come back up, bring your hands to your thighs. That way your arms can assist you as you sit back up. So good. We have another flow right after that. Bring your palms together in prayer position. Stretch to your right side, reaching your hands apart. Come back together. We'll stretch the other way. Come back together. Hold your palms together. Lift up your right knee and then your left. So big side stretch to your right. Big side stretch to your left. Knee lift. Knee lift. Keep your posture tall as you bring your knees up. Side stretch one way. Side stretch the other. You're working your abdominals. Lift up one knee. Lift up the other. And we'll do that one more time. Big reach. Come in. Big reach. Come in. One knee up. The other knee. Now keep lifting your knees. You have the option of staying right here, focus on solid knee lifts. Or if you feel like twisting today and your back feels okay, you can rotate. So you're bringing elbow toward opposite knee. And that helps to work mobility of your spine as well as your core. But only twist if that feels okay today. Let's do one more. We're going to keep our hands in prayer position and draw a big figure 8 with our arms. And I want you to make it as big as you can. Now you can interlace your fingers if that feels a little more comfortable. You can even separate your hands if that helps you to get a little bit bigger with your movement. So you have some options. And notice your whole upper body kind of flows with this. So we're warming up the whole upper body. Finish up your figure 8. Bring your hands back to prayer if they're not already there. All right, this next move is called the lotus. It's great at warming up and stretching your fingers and your wrists. So start by lifting your palms up toward the ceiling. Then bring them back together and press the pads of your fingers together. So open up to the top and then press back in. A couple more times. Really stretch your fingers, stretching through your wrist. One more time up. Now hold with your fingers connected. So you have a good amount of pressure into your fingertips, and you're trying to separate your fingers as wide as you can, getting a really nice stretch in your hand. And then we're going to hold the stretch the other way. So lift your palms up. Notice your wrists are in an extended position. Hold here. Bring them back together, and we'll stretch our wrists the other direction. So hand in front, palm faces you, fingers down. Just gentle pressure. And you should feel the stretch right there in the top of your forearm and in your wrist. And then we'll switch hands. Other side, fingers down, palms face you. And again, no pain. Ease off if you're feeling any pinching there. And then release. Shake everything out. Feel your hands and fingers feel great. So we're going to focus on our feet next. Take your feet and just kind of sweep them side to side. Now what I catch myself doing that is not ideal is sometimes my whole leg wants to sweep side to side. But we're going to try to keep the movement in the ankle, which for people like me who have really tight ankles can be a challenge. So try just to move your feet from your ankles. Right now they're going the same direction. How about opposite directions? Out and in. I'm still cheating a little bit. I'm trying though. All right, feet parallel. Lift up your right heel. Lift up your left heel. So our ankles can be a pretty good mobile joint. They move in lots of different directions, so we're going to try to warm them up in all those different ways. Now a little faster, one up, one down, one up, one down. Like a syncopated movement here. Awesome. All right, we're going to keep stretching out through our lower legs. Take your right foot underneath your chair. So the top of your foot is resting on the floor, and then press toward the floor just a little bit more. We're looking for a stretch at the top of your foot, the top of your ankle. You might even feel it along your shin. Then bring that same foot forward, heel to the ground, and pull your toes in towards your shin. If you're comfortable doing so, you can even hinge forward. Grab a hold of your toes and pull back. But if that's not a comfortable position, just stay seated tall and focus on bringing your toes in to stretch the back of your lower leg. All right, let's switch feet. So start by bringing your left foot back. So the top of your toes, the top of your foot on the floor, and just gentle pressure down to the ground to stretch the top. And then same foot comes forward, heel first. Pull your toes towards your shin. Again, if you feel comfortable doing so, you can reach for your toes and pull them even farther. Good, release, sit tall, bring that foot back in. So hopefully now hands and wrists and feet and toes all feel wonderful. All right, another big 6-part series, if I'm counting it right. It might even be more than that. Arms straight ahead, palms face each other. Bend your elbows. From this position, lift up toward the ceiling. Feel the stretch through your back and shoulders. Lower back down. Straighten your arms. Sweep them out to the sides as far as is comfortable for your shoulders. Bend here. Reach up for the ceiling. Come back down. Straighten out. Sweep forward. Bend. Reach. Lower. Straighten. Pull back out. Bend. Reach. Rebend. Straighten. And forward. Let's do that one more time. Bend your elbows. Reach and stretch. Lower. Straighten. Out to the sides as far as you want to go. Bend. Reach. We're stretching our back again just a little differently. Down, out, and rest. Oh, there's a lot of work on the shoulders. So we'll give our arms a break and focus on lower body. Pretend there's an object on the floor right to your right side, and you're going to take your foot up and over that object and back in again. Same thing with your left. Up and over and back in. So we're opening up through our hips. And we all have a different range of motion in our hips, and even a different range of motion from one hip to the other. So really focus in how your body feels. If it's feeling okay with what you're doing, maybe you can make it a little bit bigger. Lift a little higher, step out a little wider. Because we want to keep that range of motion in our hips, just like we want to do in our shoulders, just like we want to do in our ankles. All right, we're going to step out and hold out with our right, step out and hold out with our left. Hands on your thighs for support. We'll be stretching our back. Listen to your back, only come as low as you feel comfortable doing today. So hinge forward, start to round your back, head lowers to the floor if that does not make you dizzy, and slowly round back up. Think about stacking one vertebra at a time. Last thing to come up will be your head. Shoulder roll at the top, and we'll do that 3 more times. Hinge forward. Head drops down. Slowly round back up again. Take as much time as you need. And when you're at the top, shoulder roll back. 2 more. Good controlled movement. Making sure everything feels okay. Lift and circle 1 more time. Down. Slowly come back up. top. And bring your feet back into center. Hopefully everything's feeling pretty warm because we are getting ready to stand on our feet where things will get a little bit more intense. All right, so shift your weight forward, press up through your heels, and you're on your feet. All right, chair will be helpful for balance. Now we're going to turn the chair to the side, or you can just turn your body to the side. Set your inside hand on the chair for your balance support. Your outside leg is going to be your moving leg. Inside leg will stay nice and stable, knees softly bent. Start by taking your outside foot forward, side, back, and in. So it's a half circle all the way around. For now, your big toe can stay on the floor as you circle around. And you can choose to keep it there. Or if you want a little bigger circle, everything feels okay, your toe can come off the floor. And that will allow you to get a bigger circle as you work your way around. So we're working lots of muscles in our leg, and we're opening up our hip. Now, if you're looking for even more with this movement, your inside knee can bend as you circle around, straighten as you come back in. So you're doing a one-legged squat, which is a challenge. We're gonna circle around one more time, but we're gonna keep our leg behind us, then lift and lower. And I want you to focus energy into your glute here. Use that big muscle rather than rely on your back to do the lifting. So if you don't like to do a lot of squats or lunges, this is a great move to do to strengthen your glutes. Let's do one more lift. Then we'll take that foot forward, heel to the ground. This leg stays straight, this one will bend, hinge forward. And hopefully you'll start to feel the back of your thighs stretch. For a little more challenge, you can bring your outside arm forward and maybe even your inside arm forward. Brace through your core if you're doing this. Arms back in, rise up, foot comes in. Little balance before we move on. This one's called the tree pose. So inside leg is our balance, our anchor leg. Outside leg can start by sliding up the inside leg and setting down. Now you have two options. You can have your knee forward, or traditional tree pose, your knee turns out. But I know that turnout isn't comfortable for everybody, so you do have the option of keeping your knee forward. All right, one more up and down. Now here are your options to hold tree pose. You can kickstand your foot, so just the big toe rests on the floor, or you can slide your foot up and hold it below the knee, or you can bring it up and set it above the knee. Just don't try to put pressure on the knee itself. So pick your option. Lengthen through your spine. Relax your shoulders down. And decide if you want to bring one arm up, maybe both arms up, for a little more balanced challenge. Make sure you're not holding your breath, we're just holding the pose. Couple more seconds. And then relax everything down. Oh, shake it out, shake it out. Both legs were working hard, so we'll give them a little recovery. Before we do side two, facing forward, so you'll be standing with your chair right in front of you like this. I just turned to the side so you can see a little bit better. Or actually I'm going to do this one facing forward. So pretend my chair is there. If I have it in front, you won't be able to see. So widen your stance as far as you feel comfortable and safe doing. Hands are on the back of the chair for support. We're going to bend just our right knee, come up to the center, and then bend just our left knee, come up to the center. So we're doing side lunges each direction. So focusing a little bit more on our inner thighs, both strengthening and stretching them. So this one's stretching, this one's strengthening. Make sure you try to keep your chest open and proud, so I'm not like slouching or twisting. Keep it centered. And just bending your knee as far as is comfortable for you today. Now we're going to bend our right knee and hold. And really focus on lengthening through your left leg right here to get that nice stretch. Then we'll come up and we'll bend the other leg, stretching through your right and come up. Bring your feet together, and then you'll back away from your chair a little bit into L stretch. This is a nice recovery position, so we're going to do it a few times today. So just take a couple slow, deep breaths here, feeling the stretch in your glutes and your hamstrings, your shoulders, your back. To come out of the stretch, I always recommend taking a step or two towards your chair, soften your knees, round your spine until you're all the way back up. All right, so side two. I'll just move my chair over here. You just need to turn your body so now the opposite hand is resting on the chair. So inside leg's our anchor, outside leg is our mover. Start by bringing your toe forward, to the side, to the back, and in again. So that half circle all the way around. Toe is on the floor, where it can stay the whole time, or for a little bit more range of motion, toe can come off the floor. It doesn't have to come way off the floor, just in a few inches, a couple inches. If you're looking for a little more strength for the inside leg, you can bend your knee as you circle around. Bend and circle. Getting all those muscles in our leg and our hip. We'll do a couple more. I know we did quite a few on side one, so we want to be nice and balanced. One more time around, we'll hold the leg behind us and lift and lower. You stay where you are. I'm just going to turn to the side. So again, focus your energy into your glute. It has the potential of being the strongest muscle in the body, but it likes to get lazy. So we have to really focus on waking it up. Couple more lifts. Then we will take our outside leg from behind to in front, heel first. Inside knee is bent, outside leg is straight. Hinge forward, just far enough to feel the back of your thigh stretch. With the option of bringing one or both arms forward as you do. And that is good work for your core. All right, hands back in, rise up, pull your foot back in, quick shake out because we have our balancing tree coming up. Stand nice and tall, outside foot, we're just going to graze the inside leg up and down. Knee can be forward or you can turn out to the side, whatever feels best. And I always like to start by lifting and lowering the leg a few times. It gives me an idea of how my balance is before I decide to hold it. So hopefully you have a good idea. Remember your options. Big toe can stay to the floor, your foot can rest below the knee, or your foot can come above the knee. All right, stand tall. Bring maybe one arm up, maybe both arms up. Find your balance. Keep your breath flowing. Couple more seconds. And rest. Oh, I know you did a great job. Take a second to shake everything out. Then we're going to do our side lunges one more time. So you will be facing your chair like this. I'm just facing forward so you can see. Step nice and wide. And the only difference is we'll start our side lunge to the left. Come up center. I would like to start to the left every once in a while for my left-handed friends, right? They deserve a chance to start on their strong side first every once in a while. So hands can be on the back of your chair, or you can rest them on your hips. You can bring them to prayer, whatever works for you here. So strengthening and stretching through our inner thighs. All right, next time we bend our left knee, hold, hold, hold. Maybe a little straighter through your right leg to feel the stretch. And then come up center. And we'll bend our right knee, stretching through our left. Good, come up center, back away from your chair, Hands back on the backrest if they're not there already, and L stretch again. So knees are soft, your arms are long. A couple nice slow deep breaths. And when you're ready to come out of L stretch, step towards your chair and round slowly up to standing. Such good work. All right, flip your chair around so that now the seat of the chair faces you. So we did cat-cow seated. We're going to do it now on our feet with support from the chair. So your feet will be several inches away from the chair. You're going to hinge forward and set the palms of your hands on the chair. So you've got that good support. On your next inhale, belly button drops toward the floor, head and tailbone tip up. And on the exhale, scoop your abs in, head and tailbone tip down. So keep flowing from an arched back to a rounded back several more times. And you may find that doing these on your feet gives you a little bit more range of motion than when you were seated. Or you may like to do them seated better, right? We're all different. It's all good. If you don't like doing them on your feet, you can absolutely sit in your chair and do another round seated. All right, come to a neutral spine. You're going to keep your palms on your chair. Little rotation coming up. So if you don't want to do the rotation, just keep both hands planted. Otherwise, take one hand, reach it underneath the other arm, and reset it back into position. Other side. Reach the hand underneath the arm and back to starting position. So we call this move thread the needle. And it makes total sense, right? We're just threading directly under, getting a nice stretch in our back. We'll do this one more time. Both hands on the chair, soften your knees, round up to standing. And when you get there, we're going to stretch the opposite direction because we were folded forward for a while. So roll your shoulders down and back. And either tuck your fist to the low back or if you want to interlace your fingers. Either way, lift your chest and chin. And that way we get that nice opening in our torso. Just moving our bodies in all different ways. And then release, back to neutral, shake everything out. So you won't need your chair for a bit. You can slide it out of the way. We are going to use the wall. So find your wall space and we will move on. The first exercise we're going to do on the wall are push-ups. A great safe way to work your upper body. So when you get to the wall, you're going to step away from it a few feet. Set your hands on the wall about shoulder distance apart, right about shoulder level. And when you're set, keeping the body nice and long, you're going to bring the body toward the wall and press away, the upper body. So come in and press out. And depending on your arm position, you can focus a little bit more on your chest muscles or a little bit more on your triceps, the back of your arms. But either way, we're bracing through our core nice and strong, keeping that beautiful long line from our head to our heels. So what I'm not doing is bending at my waist. I'm keeping everything nice and solid. Let's do one more. Hopefully you're feeling it by now. All right, little shakeout. We're going to continue to face the wall, but we're going to step in a little bit closer. So now your feet are just a couple of inches from the wall. Hands are kind of where they were, just directly from your shoulder. Take your right hand, stretch it up to the left corner of your wall and hold it there and bring your gaze over your left shoulder. So here we're stretching the back of our right shoulder, stretching through our neck as we are gazing over our shoulder. Pull the hand back, gaze straight ahead, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. So now left arm slides at the wall toward the right corner, gaze is over your right shoulder. So this is where we have to remember our right and our left. which I'm terrible at doing, but hopefully I've got it today. And slide your hand back, gaze is straight ahead. All right, step away from the wall. Keep just your, let's say our left hand on the wall. And I actually just like to use my fingertips rather than my whole hand flat on the wall. And it's going to be about shoulder level to start, but if you find that it's more comfortable to have it a little lower or a little higher once we get into position, make that adjustment. Now you're going to take the rest of your body and turn away from the wall, away from your hand, to open up your shoulder and your chest. And your gaze can also turn to the side. So if this is just really pinching through your shoulder, you cannot turn quite as far, or you can try playing around with the placement of your hand on the wall. Now to come out of this safely, rotate your body before you lower your hand down. Other side. So set just the fingertips of the hand on the wall, roughly shoulder level, and once you're there, turn your whole body away from the wall, gaze over your outside shoulder, and just enjoy that opening. This is another stretch that is so good for our posture. And again, to release the stretch, turn back in toward the wall and then lower your hand down. All right, we are done with our standing work, so bring your chair back and we will have a seat. And I love this next flow. If you're familiar with Warrior One in yoga, this is a seated version of Warrior One with some fancy flowing arms. So we're going to get our legs set into position. We're going to be nice and wide. You're going to extend and straighten as much as you can with your left leg. And your right foot is going to kind of angle to the opposite side. So see that nice opening in your legs and your hips. Bring your palms together and you're facing your right side. Shoulders down and back. So here comes the flow. Open your left arm behind you. Then your right arm in front of you. Bring your palms together overhead and back to your heart. Rotate to the right side. So open your left arm. Open your right arm. Reach up and together. Lower down and retwist. 2 more times. Left arm back. Right arm forward. Palms up and together. Lower and twist. Last one. Are you loving it? It's kind of fun. I like to flow and move. And lower down and twist. All right. Carefully bring your legs back together. We'll keep them in for a second because that was a lot of hip opening. So a little break before we do side 2. All right, here we go. So open wide. This time we'll straighten as best we can our right leg and just angle our left foot toward kind of corner of the room. Palms together. Your torso is facing left. Bring your right arm back. Your left arm forward. Palms together at the top. Back down and reset. Right arm opens. Left arm opens. Palms together at the top, lower down, and twist. Right arm, left arm, palms together, lower down, reset 1 more time. Stretch back right, forward left, palms together, lower down, and reset. All right, bring your legs back in. Shake everything out. And we're going to work our arms 1 more time. So at the very beginning of our routine, we traced the imaginary clock with our eyes. Now we're going to trace it with our arms. So bring your arms out to the side. Take your left arm under and over. Then your right arm over and under. So left arm goes down and up. Right arm goes up and down. We'll go around 1 more time this direction. It's a very graceful move, and I like this one too. Then the other way. So now right arm goes under and over. Left arm over and under. And not only is it pretty, it is useful for working shoulder strength and mobility. So everything we do has a benefit. There's a reason behind it. All right, well done. Arms down. A little bit more work for your legs. This one is for hip and knee mobility. Sitting tall, lift your right leg up and you're going to hold from underneath the thigh and just kind of sweep your leg side to side. And notice that we're doing a little bit of rotation from the hip, internally and externally, rotating side to side. All right. Set your foot down and we'll do the other side. So lift up your left leg, hold on to it securely, and then just kind of sweep side to side. It gives you an idea of how your hip mobility is today. And set it down. Oh, a couple shoulder rolls. Such good work. All right, it's time for our breathing exercise. I try to bring a different breathing method in with each of my chair yoga classes. And today it's going to be the square breath. So we're going to be following kind of a square pattern where we inhale for a count of 4. We hold our breath for 4 counts. We exhale for 4 counts. And we hold our lungs empty for 4 counts. And I'll talk you through it. We'll do it 2 or 3 times. So inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2. Do it again. Big breath in, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2. One more time. Inhale, 4, 3, 2. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. And that is a wonderful breath method to remember if you just need to kind of slow down and calm down and relax. If you're lying in bed at night and just can't fall asleep, sometimes focusing on something very simple and relaxing is all it takes to get you to a wonderful, relaxed state. So I hope your whole body is feeling relaxed and wonderful right now. We did some hard work, we did some good stretching, some good balance and flexibility work. And I hope we'll be doing this routine together again many more times. Enjoy your day.